Have you ever wondered how to get rid of a villager you hate on Animal Crossing? Of course you have! That's why you clicked on this video, and I'm going to tell you how to do it without waiting it out or buying expensive Amiibo cards. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing how I've been eradicating my island of the autofill villagers and replacing them with much cuter ones. And it is so easy, you can do it today. I was chatting with some viewers in the comments last week about the methods that we'd heard of to get rid of these annoying starters. And let me tell you, I tried it all. We've all heard that ignoring them will make them feel abandoned or neglected. Not so, or at least Rooney tells me very specifically, not so. Possibly the maddest one I saw was that you could abuse the villagers that you want to leave into leaving. I didn't even know you could hit them with your net, but Coach seemed pretty miffed about it when I did it to him, only to drop by my house for a visit later on that same day. So I don't think he really cared that much at all. You wouldn't be alone if you'd expected Isabel to be able to help you, since she literally asks you if you have any issues with anyone on the island, and then she's of absolutely no help whatsoever, completely on brand for resident services who expect us to do all the legwork. This one I heard from a viewer, and I had to try it, fencing them in. So crazy it just might work? Well, it seemed to trigger a thought bubble, just not the one I wanted, and the following day they'd all escaped, so another failed experiment, I think. With all of that in mind, is it just random? Not quite. It's just time. I've seen people claim that this is as black and white as every 15 days, but that just wasn't my experience. I've moved out 2 villagers and had 4 offer to go in one evening's testing. It does involve time travel, which I was initially against. I'm not using it to gain bells or benefit in any other way. I'm just using it to move people out. And I decided this was a good test and it might be beneficial and useful for maybe some of you watching as well. Before I started, I actually skipped back to the beginning of June just so that I could skip around a little bit and I wasn't kind of going ahead. I didn't want to move forward in the game. So from June, I skipped ahead just over 2 weeks. And on my first attempt, I got a thought bubble on one of my unwanted guys. Something that's definitely worth noting here is that you can't hunt for a replacement for 2 days. I tried on the day Brofina said that they were leaving, and then I tried to do it on the day that they were packing up. But it wasn't until the plot actually showed as vacant on my island that I could go hunting and there was anyone available on like the Nook Mile Islands. Every other day there was just nobody there. So it definitely has to be 2 days. It has to be when the empty lot is available. So don't waste your tickets. Speaking of tickets, it took me a few tickets. My theme is pretty neutral and those colours are few and far between. But I eventually found pecan. I want to say pecan because I'm English, so pecan. But I think as a name, pecan sounds nicer. Either way, I found pecan, who I decided would be kind of like a nice fit for autumn. I'm doing a 4 seasons island and she kind of goes within that, I feel like. I time traveled a couple more weeks ahead and realised that I could have had some beginner's luck because I searched the whole island and found 0 thoughts in any of my villagers' heads. After skipping around a little more, I noticed a pattern. I would either get a thought bubble or a reaction. I can't tell you if that is like a hard and fast rule, but it's just something that I noticed. I played for around 90 minutes, including replacing Brofina and all of those Nook Miles, quite time consuming within itself. So 90 minutes including that, and I had 4 thought bubbles and got rid of 2 unwanted villagers. Now, I could edit this to make it seem like one rule works every single time, but I wanted to make it a more realistic idea of how this works. It's still the most effective method that I've tried, and I found it to be reasonably speedy compared to waiting around or buying Amiibo cards. Plus, you know, this is free. That said, I do expect to have a couple of Amiibos in the mix to complete my dream roster, and as and when, I will share that process. But hopefully, this has been useful. Hopefully, this is an answer for some of you because I've been playing this game since it came out and I didn't know about this. I just kind of like looked around the internet and tried all the things, and this was the thing that I felt like really, really worked. Something I really love about this game is the community, and I know that there are a couple of people who watch my videos that are playing this New Horizons for the first time. So even though it's a 4-year-old game at this point, it's still gaining fans every day and there's still an appetite for sharing information and discussing it. I mean, I watch videos about it all the time. I'm creating videos because I'm still interested and you guys are watching this for the same reason. If you found this helpful or entertaining at all, I hope that you'll subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.